Anybody want some free art? Anybody consider themselves a connoisseur of art? We have free art on the bridge to take away today. Only record CD here. Our final fair here in the market hall.
Never mind, no. Non sto facendo le sue cazzate, le farò io. This is really cool. This is really cool.
Ma questo?
No, meglio questo. I chose this. Do I have to explain why I chose this?
Go on then.
I chose this because of the colors. I think it's really cool piece of art. We can see the brush, the kind of brush is really cool. Bitcoin, Jompiy. I don't know what this means, but I think that touches my heart. It's really cool.
Thank you. What's your name and where you from?
I'm name Calogero from Catania, Italy.
And do you make art at all?
Yeah, I make art. I do graffiti. Yeah.
Whereabouts? In it at home in Italy?
Yeah, home in Italy.
Good. What kind of art do you like?
Well, I like graffiti art because I do it. I'm a graffitist, and I think it's really cool to do it.
I chose this piece of art because it says piano, and I really like playing piano. I think it's one of the best instruments there is, and also it says black ivory, and black is my favorite color.
What's your name and where you from?
I'm Federico, and I'm from Italy, in Catania.
And do you make art?
Yes, like my friend said before, I make graffiti. I get my signature around the world where I go, and I've done about 2 to 3 graffitis in my hometown.
Creative writing instead. I didn't draw.
What kind of writing? What kind of writing?
Like prose, fiction, stuff like that.
Well, that's a page from a book I wrote. It was surreal fiction.
Camden Market.
I quite like it.
Read all about it.
that one fine?
Yes, you can have that one.
Barista.
What's your name and where you from?
My name's Emilia. I'm from Lithuania.
What are you going to do with your new artwork?
I'll probably hang it on my wall with all my pictures and my posters. Yeah.
What kind of art do you like?
Oh yeah.
I like very colorful stuff. Very basic, but Van Gogh, you know, stuff like that. Old colorful Starry Night, you know, it's very nice. But basic, I don't like. My favorite is Klimt's Kisses, you know?
I know that.
One, yeah. It's my favorite art, like, painting ever.
Do you make art?
I do, but I'm not that good.
What kind of work do you do?
I just sketch. I like sketching pretty girls, other than writing, but yeah.
And what about your writing?
I like writing very strange characters that are kind of, yeah.
You might like Shin Detonator.
Really?
That's a bit on the strange side.
I do quite like strange things, yeah.
Is art important to you at all?
Of course, it's like my whole life. I grew up doing little drawings. I did creative writing. I want to write a book someday. It's a very big like thing, but hopefully one day. It's nice to spread a message of some sort.
Next time we come here, we're having canvas here, around here, and here. So I'll do this. I'll do this. Wrap all the way around. Around here, tight back. So we've got to measure this, darling. No. 1, 2, 2.5. One and a half, and one and a little bit. You're gonna put it in a few more. The original paintings.
What, you paint these yourself?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, thanks.
I like it. What's your goal?
Clear street. I make stuff in bulk.
That's really cool. I like it.
Oh, there's a few others around here as well.
Thank you.
That's all right.
That is cute.
Like as well. Yeah, do you reckon? This is a
Okay, so what we're doing? That one.
yeah.
All right. What's your name and where are you from?
Lilo, I'm South African.
I'm Ella and I am Australian.
Yeah.
Whereas you're both in it, you can have two.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, get your one.
This is cute. This
I
is
like it.
I like
it a lot.
Very nice.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So what are you going to do with
So-
your new paintings?
We've actually just moved in together.
Yeah.
We have a third housemate called Jess, and we're currently working on our bar area of our flat. So this is going to go directly above our bar. Our bar cart, yeah, sure. I think
Definitely.
so. Trying to beef it up a little bit, add some character. We live in like a warehouse. Like flat, so it's going to go on
in the kitchen with all the
Exactly.
brick.
Yeah,
There's a lot of brick.
brickwork.
And it needs something bright on the brick.
I guess so, yeah.
Beautiful. What kind of art do you like?
Expressive. I like expressive art. I paint myself, so anything that doesn't look like it belongs, I like it in like one area.
What kind of paintings you do?
What kind of paintings? I like do mixed art, I guess, mixed medium art. So I usually like work with acrylic and then I sew into the canvas. I like buttons as well, so I'll always like sew buttons into the canvas. Yeah.
I am not as talented as her, and I do not paint. But I love what you paint. I like bright colours, hence the
Hence
thing.
your choice.
I love my bright colours. I love Jasper Knight, you know, he does all the bright colours
Who,
and
sorry?
cars. Jasper Knight. And he does like a lot of bright colours, like in cars and motorbikes, and
Yeah.
I really like his stuff. There's lots of brightness.
Suits your
Especially in
personality.
London, this very dull grey place. You need
Well, not on a day like
some- not on a day like today, but usually. We love to talk.
I was going to ask you, do you make art, but you've both already answered that one. Is art important to you at all?
Oh, 100%. Everyone in one way or another has their creative outlet, you know, and a world without art. Yeah, it'd be a bit dull actually, I think. And I think you can tell a lot about somebody and their lived experience through the kind of art that they appreciate or create themselves. So, yeah, of course it is.
Look at the art on our arms.
Oh yeah.
You're expressing yourself. We're working for it. We're working for it.
I'm just going to secondary your answer.
I think we've done 3 minutes, so you can take a third artwork if you want. That's all right.
You've got to help us pick one for our house.
Well, do you want one of these black ones?
I love this one.
Take one
Yeah.
of them.
Perfect.
I'm like, I like this a lot. So I like this character here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. It was so nice
Thank
to
you.
meet you.
And you,
You're
nice
up
to
on our
meet you.
wall.
Yeah.
And we like to throw house parties and stuff. So every time they'll ask us now, what was your name?
Oh, Edgeworth.
Edgeworth. There
Yeah.
we go. This is
Very nice to
Edgeworth's
meet you.
work.
Thanks. I'll put the YouTube up in the next couple of days.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Thank you very
Nice.
much. All the best. Eh?
Thank you.
Yeah, let me take them.
I'll hold that. Yeah, you can take that one. Yeah.
I've got some, not some Bitcoin, but some Jompiy, but it's not working well. So, with your art in my apartment, I guess it's better luck, no? Jompiy Bitcoin, I love it. What's your name?
Oh, Edgeworth.
Edward?
What's yours?
Zina.
And
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
Germany. Yeah.
What are you going to do with your new
Political
painting?
protest against expensive art. I love it. I do art myself, but painting walls, basically.
Murals.
Painting walls,
Okay.
like vintage style, just like how I feel, whatever I feel. Yeah.
What are you going to do with your new painting?
I am gonna put it in my kitchen. Want some color in my kitchen, and it reminds me that Bitcoin is jumpy and not reliable.
What kind of art do you like?
What kind of art? Nothing conventional usually. So art where I see your own style, unique style, and yeah, I love the whole just on the street, and yeah, as it said here, against expensive art, and yeah.
So, is art important to you at all?
It is important.
What does it do for you? What does art do for you?
Well, it's a form of expression. It sounds so cliche, but it's a form of expression where I can like free my mind, not think of anything. Others do sports. I try to do sports as well, but painting is better.
What kind of sport?
Yoga, Pilates, something like that. Also something to take off my mind, but it's not working as well as when I'm painting.
I don't know what this is.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Lucas. I'm from Miami.
And what are you going to do with your new painting?
I am going to show all my friends that I managed to get anything for free in London on my journey here. But I'm going to keep this in my room. I love collecting art when I travel. It's one of my favorite things to get.
What kind of art do you like?
Specifically original work. It doesn't need to be any specific design as long as it's done, you know, by someone. It can even be a copy. I just like seeing the actual painter and the person behind it. I think that's the best part. Whenever you travel and you get a piece of art from someone, it tells a story from the place you visited.
Do you make art?
Not in this sense. I would say, how do I make art? Hand pen. I mean, yeah, I do play a hand pen. It's if anyone's curious what that is, like this massive metallic bowl that you press with your hands and it makes these like harp-like sounds. You ever heard of it?
I think I know the one. Do they play them in is it the Caribbean? Those
Yes,
kind of
very
things.
popular in the Caribbean.
Yeah, I know those.
So yeah, I play that. I like to go out sometimes. I'll actually play out the street. Haven't done it in a while, but I'd say that's how I make art.
Cool. Is art important to you at all?
Art is probably one of the most important forms of human expression. It shares a message, either directly or indirectly, in a way that only the artists themselves understand, but as I, the consumer, can interpret it my own way. It makes it the perfect medium of expression. So yes, it is very important. Edgeworth.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's Lucas. Did you
Lucas,
say?
yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. This is very cool. What paints did you use?
That's a page from a book I wrote in 2015 called Shin Detonator. So that was just printed by Amazon, and I tore the page out of the book, and then I hand printed these lino cuts at home on my printing press, and then I just wrote all this stuff on the back. And I think I did 55 of them. So I mean, I don't do limited editions, but I think it's about 1 of 55. But yeah. So sorry, what's your name and where are you from?
My name's Alyssa. I'm from the United States.
Miami?
Yes.
Miami. What are you going to do with your new artwork?
I am probably going to put some in my room. I love this colorway, and I have a lot of like black and red art in my room, so I think it'll fit in quite nicely with the rest of my stuff.
What kind of art do you like?
Painting or just in general?
Anything.
I would say the main art that I love is music.
What kind of music?
Music, I love alternative rock music. Honestly, really anything under the sun besides perhaps, like, I don't listen much to country music.
Yeah.
That's probably the only genre I don't listen to, but EDM, Spanish music, Italian music, whatever it is.
Yeah. I like alternative rock as well.
Yeah.
The 90s stuff. Did I ask if you make art yet?
No.
Do you make art?
Like you said, in a form.
Do you do the hand pen?
No, not the hand pen. I play the guitar.
Me too. Oh, well, hang on. It's like the 5th time that's happened today, is that right? Right. Great, that's perfect.
Okay.
Sorry, you play the guitar, is that where we got up to? Right. Is art important to you at all?
Art is very important to me. I would say that it's the ultimate form of human expression, and anything that can provoke emotion from you is a beautiful thing, whatever emotion that may be. So I don't know, I just feel like art is just the embodiment of the human experience.
Which one do you want? Which one would you like?
The black one there. Thank you.
What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Holly and I'm from Luton.
What are you going to do with your new artwork?
Definitely put it in my new room. I've really just moved house, so I need stuff for my room.
What kind of art do you like?
Anything abstract really, or anything different. I love it.
Do you make art?
I gave up because I have talent for it.
What did you do when you were trying?
I used to just like draw like landscapes around where I live, but it kind of became out a bit boring. So yeah.
Is art important to you at all?
Art's very important.
What does it do for you?
It makes me happy to see that people were able to express themselves in different ways and everything.
Beh, questo è l'audio. Ce lo mettiamo
What's your name and where are you from?
Anita, I'm from Italy. I'm gonna put in my room. It's very nice, I like the color. Yeah.
What kind of art do you like?
Sorry?
What kind of art do you like?
Modern art, even surrealism is nice. Yeah, it's interesting.
Do you make art at all?
Sometimes. I'm a fashion designer.
Clothes?
Yeah, yes, clothes. Yes. Yeah, sometimes I paint at home. Yeah, it's nice. It's like it's very relaxing, and you open your mind sometimes.
Is art important to you?
Of course.
What does it
to
do?
everybody is important. To think, open the box as well, to see the world as well. And I think so the new generation, the young generation need to do it. Yeah, they need heart, come on.
I'll say that.
Oh, what are the questions?
What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Thomas Gibbons and I'm from Preston.
What are you going to do with your new painting?
Put it in my bedroom on the wall.
What kind of art do you like?
Modern art, things like this. Abstract, interesting things.
Do you make art?
Not really. I do a film course, so I like film art.
Is art important to you at all?
Yeah, I think it's what makes life interesting.
I'll take this one.
What's your name and where are you
I'm
from?
Theo Billington. I'm from Preston also.
What are you going to do with your new artwork?
I'll probably put it in my room somewhere. Somewhere nice, somewhere proud.
What kind of art do you like?
What kind of art do I like? I like graphic art, like screen print art and stuff.
Do you make art?
I do graphics and I do 3D modeling.
Is art important to you at all?
Yeah, being creative.
What does it
brings
do
out,
for
your personality.
I'm Grace. I'm Flora.
And where are you from?
From South London.
Whereabouts?
Like Chatham Common. And I'm from like Dulwich.
What kind of art do you like?
Like street art. Like graffiti. Yeah.
Do you make art?
Yeah. We both do GCSE.
And what kind of work do you do?
Well, right now we're doing like flora and fauna, so nature,
bugs, animals, and stuff like that.
Is art important to you at all?
Yeah. I think it's definitely a way to like express yourself.
Yeah.
And like let out emotions on paper. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. I think it's still. Oh no.
At the bottom. Thanks a lot. What's your name? Where are you from?
Martin Neves, Portugal.
And, what are you going to do with your new painting?
I'm probably going to hang it on a wall, something so pretty.
What kind of art do you like?
Excuse me?
What kind of art do you like?
Abstract, because you can interpret it any way you want.
Do you make art?
I don't have the talent for that, unfortunately, no.
Is art important to you at all?
Of course, it's a form of expressing yourself. It's very important.
Never mind the college one.
Yeah, sure. You've got yellow, like the original album cover, or you've got red or blue.
I'll get the yellow one, please.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's yours.
Thank you.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name's Spiros Papaginos and I'm...
Oh, hang on.
Oh no.
Sorry.
It's not going well.
That's alright, carry on.
My name's Spiros Papaginos and I'm from Greece.
And what are you going to do with your new artwork?
Well, I'm probably going to give it to my dad. He likes Sex Pistols, so probably a good idea.
Do you make art at all?
No, not really.
Do you do music or anything?
Yeah, we were in a band together.
What do you play?
I play the bass.
And you?
I play drums.
Do you make... Oh no, I've said do you make art, haven't I?
Yeah.
Is art important to you at all?
I guess in the sense that it shapes our lives, I guess. Like, it's a big part of our lives.
And is it important to your dad?
Yeah, to my dad, yeah.
What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Harry Rodford, I'm from Greenwich.
And what are you going to do with your new painting?
Probably going to put it up in my room. It looks very nice.
What kind of art do you like?
I like a lot of music and abstract art, and I do DT as well, so I like a bit of designing stuff.
Is art important to you at all?
That's very important. If you think about it, everything we live around is art. It's about how people want things to look.
No one wants these. No one likes them.
Keep that railway track up here.
It's very nice.
Thank you.
One couple of inches.